Hello student, how are you all? I hope you are all good. Stay home, stay safe. I am Abhinandan and today I take accountancy paper Unit 1 Accounting for Not-for-Profit Organization, and from Unit 1 we will discuss Receipts and Payment Account. What is Receipts and Payments Account and which organization prepared this account? So let's start the class. So generally, business concerns are classified into two parts: trading account and non-trading account. Trading concern and non-trading concern. So trading concern means what? Profitable organization. Their main aim, main objective, main purpose is to earning profit. And they prepare final account, our trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. And on the other hand, non-trading organization or not-for-profit organization, their main purpose, main objective is not earning profit but to serve the society. They provide the service to the society. So their main aim is not to earn profit. So that's why it's called not-for-profit organization. And not-for-profit organization prepares final accounts are receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So today we will discuss only the receipts and payments account, how it will prepare. A receipts and payments account is a summary of actual cash receipts and payments extracted from the cash book over a certain period. All cash received and paid during the period whether capital or revenue is included in this account. So receipts and payment account is a summary of cash book. In the receipts and payments account, while you preparing receipts and payments account, you have recorded only the cash items, cash related transactions. How much cash is received and how much cash is paid, only that portion you have to record it while preparing receipts and payments account. So main purpose is to how much cash is inflow and how much cash outflow you have to prepare while preparing receipts and payments account. So that's why it is called what? A summary of cash book. And while preparing receipts and payments account, you have to record it both capital and revenue nature. Capital receipts, capital payments, and revenue receipts and revenue payment. So you have to record it both capital and revenue nature transactions while preparing receipts and payments account. In receipts and payment account, there is a receipts column on the debit side which is used to record all receipts, and a payment column on credit side which is used to record all payments made by a non-trading concern or non-profit making organization during a specific accounting period, usually 1 year. So in the receipts and payments account, there is a format. So in that format, in the debit side, means in the left hand side, you have to record all the receipts items, and on the other hand, on the credit side, means right hand side, you have to record all the payments transactions. And this receipts and payments account, you have to remember that only non-trading or not-for-profit organizations prepare this account, this receipts and payments account. So in the receipts and payments account, main purpose is to know the how much cash is received and how much cash is paid. So this is the format or specimen of receipts and payment account. In the top, you have to name the club or charitable institution's name. Then you have to write receipts and payment account, and you have to write the year. And you have to remember that receipts and payments account have to be prepared on the last date of the accounting year. If your accounting year start from 1st January and your accounting year ended on 31st December. So that's why on 31st December the receipts and payment accounts will be prepared. So on the left hand side, means debit side, we have to write all the receipts transactions, receipts items, and on the right hand side, means credit side, we have to record it payments transactions, payments items. So now let's see some examples of capital receipts, capital payment, revenue receipts, and revenue payments. So while preparing receipts and payments accounts, some capital receipts examples are sale of fixed assets, sale of investment. If your fixed asset or investment, if you sell, then it is a what? Income or cash is received to your organization. So that's why it's called what? Capital receipts, because fixed asset is a what? Capital nature. Next, life membership fees. If you enter into a club, then you have to pay the fees, membership fees for lifetime. Only one time you have to pay the fees if you enter, or if you are a member for any club or charitable institutions. So this is a what? Capital receipts. Next, specific donation. If you have some specific donation you given to your charitable institutions or clubs, then it is called what? Specific donation, and it is a what? Capital receipts, because it is a one time donation. If you are recurring, then it is a what? If your donation is recurring, if you are paying every year or every month, then it is a what? Revenue receipts. That donation we will consider as a revenue receipt. But if your donation is on a specific, for example, some organize some shows or something, then you give the donation, then it is a what? Considered as a specific donation, and it is considered as a capital receipts. Now next comes examples of capital payments. If is a sale of fixed asset and sale of investment is a income or cash inflow, then purchase of fixed asset and purchase investment is what? Payment or expenditure, because cash is outflow. So purchase of fixed assets, purchase of investment, fixed deposit. So these are the examples of capital payments. Next come examples of revenue receipts. First example is a subscription. So subscription means what? If you are a member, some clubs or charitable institutions or religious institutions, then you have to pay some fees, maybe monthly wise or yearly wise, then that fees is called what? Subscription. Because for example, you are a member of some clubs, then in a club, so there are various facilities are there, for example gyms or some sports club and some other thing. Then for this to avail these facilities, then you have to pay every month or every year some fees to that club or that institutions. So that fees is called what? Subscription. So subscription is a what? Receipts for the organization, and it is a what? Revenue receipts. Next, general donation. Sale of old newspaper, locker rent. Locker rent means what? For example, if in a club or gym, for example, in a club there is a gym. So in a gym there are some individual, some locker is there, locker facilities is there. To avail this locker facility, you have to pay the rent every month. So this is a what? Examples of revenue receipts. Next, entrance fees. So this is also what? Revenue receipts. Next come examples of revenue payments. Revenue payments: salaries, rent paid, printing and stationery, advertising, electricity charges, sundry expenses. So these all are the what? Revenue payments. So these are the examples you have to remember while preparing receipts and payments account. Which item or which transactions are recorded in the receipt side and which transactions are recorded in the payment side. Now, following items are not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. Some items which are not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. So, items are outstanding subscription. If your subscription is not paid in a previous year, or you the outstanding subscription means some subscription is payable to future year, then that subscription is not recorded while preparing receipts and payments accounts, because receipts and payment account is prepared only the end of the account year, means every year after the last date of accounting year is prepared. So all the receipts which are received in that year, in that particular year, only those items are recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. Other items are not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. So outstanding subscription is not received yet, so that's why it is not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. Prepaid insurance premium, same thing, prepaid insurance premium is not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. Depreciation is a non-cash item, so non-cash items are not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. And loss by fire, loss by theft, yes, so loss by natural calamity, so these are also not recorded under the receipts and payments account. Next, let's discuss about the features of receipts and payments account. So point number 1, it is also known as cash book summary for the not-for-profit organization because it records all cash and cash equivalent like checks transactions throughout the year. So as we already know that receipts and payment account is a what? Is a summary of cash book. So how much cash is received and how much cash is paid, only cash related items, cash related transactions are recorded under receipts and payments account. Point number 2, it starts with beginning cash and bank balance and ends with ending cash and bank balance. Means if while preparing the receipts and payments account, you have to start from beginning of cash, means to balance BD, you have to write to balance BD or to opening balance of cash and bank, and ended up with what? To balance CD or to closing balance cash and bank. Opening with cash and bank and closing also what? Cash and bank. Point number 3, this account shows cash transaction of both capital and revenue nature. Very important points, because while preparing receipts and payments account, all items are related to capital in nature or revenue in nature, you have to record it under receipts and payments account. Point number 4, mostly it shows a debit balance. In the exceptional case of overdraft balance, its net balance may be credit. So while preparing receipts and payments account always shows what? Debit balance, means debit side is more than credit side, so that's why your closing balance come under the credit side. And if the credit side is more than debit side, in some exceptional cases, then it is a case of what? Overdraft example. So that's why your closing balance come under the debit side. But normally while you preparing receipts and payments account, your closing balance will come under the credit side, means your debit side is more than credit side, that's why your closing balance come under the credit side. Point number 5, the concern prepares it on the last day of the accounting year. Yes, receipts and payments account always prepare on the last date, means on the end accounting end year, so that's why it's called what? Accounting year, last day of the accounting year. Receipts and payments can always prepare on the last day of the accounting year. Point number 6, double entry bookkeeping system does not apply to his account, and say it is of transactions which are already recorded in the cash book. So double entry system is not recorded in the receipts and payments account. Point number 7, it does not involve transactions which do not include cash or bank items. Yes, those items are related to cash, only those items are included while preparing receipts and payments account. The non-cash items are not recorded while preparing receipts and payment account. Always remember that the non-cash items are not recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. Only the items or transactions which are related to cash or bank, only that items are recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. So let's see the difference between cash book and receipts and payment account. So cash book is a what original entry, but receipts and payments account is a what summary of cash book, summary of cash transactions. It is a written on daily basis. Cash book is always in the written on daily basis, because daily basis means, for example, date wise. For example, May, from May 1, May 2, May 3, May 4, how much cash is received, and May 1, May 2, May 3, May 4, how much cash is paid. So month wise and every date wise, chronologically, cash in the cash book, the receipts and payments are maintained. But receipts and payments account are not maintained at daily basis. It is only prepared on the last day of the accounting year. It is not the daily basis transactions. It is a last day. It is prepared on the last day of the accounting year. Cash book is prepared by both profitable business and non-profitable business. Cash book is prepared both profitable organization or non-profit organization. But receipts and payments account is only prepared by non-profit organization, not for profit organizations. Cash book is a must. Cash book is profitable or non-profit organization, you have to prepare the cash book. But receipts and payment account is not a mandatory. If you are prepared, then if you prepare. If you are not prepared, it's okay. But cash book is prepared, is mandatory. Next, ledger reference is recorded here. Your ledger folio you have to maintain. But under receipts and payments account, ledger folio is not, or ledger reference is not required while preparing receipts and payment account. So these are the differences between cash book and the receipts and payment account. Let's start a practical problem, then you understand the main concept of receipts and payment account. So this is the question. From the following information, prepare receipts and payment account of Longtown Sports Club for the year ended 31st March 2020. So opening balance given, cash in hand and cash at bank. Next, subscription receipt. Now here, the subscription of previous year, subscription of this year and subscription of next year is given in the question. So you have to remember that while preparing receipts and payments account, you have to record all the subscriptions amount. Maybe previous year, maybe this year, or maybe next year. All the subscription you have to be recorded while preparing receipts and payments account. As because all year, previous year, this year or next year subscription received on this year, on the present year while you're preparing. So that's why you have to record it all the subscription while preparing receipts and payments account. Next, furniture purchase. Now furniture purchase is a what? Payment. So you have to write in the credit side, payment side. General donations. Donation is a what? Capital receipts. Next, donation for tournament again is a receipts. Charity given. So charity given is a what? Payment. The club is given to charity to the other institutions or other clubs. So that's why it is a charity given is a what? Is a payment. Match expenses is a payment. Salaries payment. Honorarium is a payment. 12% investment purchase is a payment, entrance fees, interest on 12% investment. Now interest, so interest means what? Interest we get means cash is received, so that's why it is a what? Receipts, cash receipt. So you have to be recorded interest on 12% investment in a debit side means under the receipt side. Next, given what? Closing balance, cash in hand and cash at bank. So let's do the solution. So this is the format. Receipts and payment account for the year ended 31st March 2020. So under the receipt side, to balance BD, cash given 50,000, bank 60,000, so total amount how much? 1,10,000. Next, to subscription receipt, every year, previous year, this year and future year you have to consider. So 2018-19, 4,000, 19-20, 1,40,000, 20-21, 8,000. So total subscription 1,52,000. General donation 20,000 is a receipt. Donation for tournament 40,000. Entrance fees receipt 4,000. On investment is a what? 6,000. Now come to the payment side. Furniture 70,000. Charity given 10,000. Match expenses 30,000. Salaries 63,600. Honorarium 40,000. 12% investment 60,000. So these are the payment side. Next, right, by balance sheet, cash amount is given, and cash amount is given. Cash amount is given. Cash amount is given how much? 24,000. You have to calculate only the bank amount. So now after you record all the items, then you have to check which side is more, debit side is more or credit side is more. If your debit side is more than credit side, your closing balance is come under the credit side. So now here debit side is more, how much? 3,32,000. So your balance sheet figure comes under the credit side. So closing balance, bank amount how much? 70,400. So your bank closing amount is how much? 70,400, and total how much? 3,32,000. So this is the format, or this is the receipts and payments account. So I hope you all are understand about the receipts and payments account and how it will prepared. So thank you very much.